Amazing observation. Hang on. That's the 12 Galaxies sign. Everything that's on there is an actual word. And for people who live in San Francisco, that's Neil Peart's drum set at Hammersmith Odeon during the Hemispheres tour, but whatever. Um, Everybody who lives in San Francisco knows Frank Chu. This is one of Frank Chu's original signs. I, 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 I bought three or four signs from him when I saw him on the sidewalk for $20 a piece. And I gave the rest of them away as gifts. I had them framed and gave them to other people who I know that would mean something to. 12 Galaxies, Gigmogenical, Ethamophan Thallophyte, Fuliginous. I don't know how to pronounce the green and the red. I have an absolutely amazing Frank Chu story. Just Google 12 Galaxies Frank Chu, CHU, San Francisco, and you will see Frank Chu. Frank Chu is a San Francisco institution, man. I mean, he just walks around San Francisco carrying those signs. It's right there. Um, this must have been 20 years ago, 18 years ago, something like that. I was playing in a band and we were trying to book a gig. We booked a gig at Bender's on South Van Ness at 18th or 19th. I can't remember which. And trying to come up with a way to, get people to show up. And my brother was in the band, Falcon was in the band. And we had this absolute fucking whack job in the band, this guy named Ted, who could come up with big ideas like nothing, man. Terrible musician, but had the best fucking ideas. Always overreaching, always coming up with ideas that there was absolutely no way that we could possibly fulfill. But we'd be just like, yeah, what the hell, let's do it, man. And so we booked a gig with the band that we were in, and we decided that the band before that the opening act was gonna be the Frank Chu Project. And we were gonna have Frank Chu on stage with us. And to promote it, we promoted it as a Frank Chu fundraiser because he was always like out on the street. We thought he was homeless. I found out later on that like he had worked for AT&T or something for like 35 years, had a better retirement than any of us would ever have. But that's what we did, and we promoted it that way. And then we were just like, oh, we got to find Frank and have him show up to the gig. And so me and Ted walked around the financial district for a few days, like a week or two before the gig, until we found Frank. We told him what we were doing. He's like, yeah, I'll be there. And we're like, we'll give you the microphone. In between the two bands, we'll give you the microphone and you can say whatever you want to say. And so he showed up, and there, it's like I was playing drums. I was at the back of the stage at Bender's, and we put a chair next to my drum set, and we just bought him beers all night long. And he was just hanging out on stage in his chair. And then, when the first band, the Frank Chu Project, finished, that band just played a bunch of heavy metal cover songs. And we decided to play, I think we played the music like at a low volume from Lay It Down by Rat. I think that was it. And so we're playing that at a low volume in between the two band sets. And we gave him the microphone and just let him say whatever the fuck he wanted to say. And he said some crazy stuff. But man, that was a great night. That was such a great night. That was just such a great San Francisco night because it was just bonkers. Everything about it from start to finish was just totally bonkers. And he had a great, and we did a fundraiser, so we gave him all the money that we charged people at the door, it was like $400 or $500 or something. And we were all buying him beers all night long, and we just let him hang out and do his thing. It was just one of those San Francisco nights, man. It was absolutely freaking amazing. It's just an absolutely stellar memory from start to finish. Just a stellar memory. Because everything about it was just so completely ridiculous and absurd and fun, and all of our friends were there, and everybody was like in on it, and we just had the best fucking time, man. We had the best fucking time. It was just ridiculous. But Google Frank Chu, CHU, 12 Galaxies, and you can learn about Frank Chu in San Francisco. The guy is a Bay Area institution, man. He's just so fantastic, such a fantastic guy. And crazy. He's totally crazy.